We're going to call the meeting of the Property Committee to order at 5 p.m. With the roll call, all members are present, and I would like to welcome Mr. Banger to the committee. Welcome. Do we have any appearances by members of the public or county employees?
Madam Chair, we've had no requests this evening.
Thank you very much. We will move on to the consent agenda. 3A, approval of the minutes, August 5th regular meeting, and B, recommend approval of bills and transfers, if any, to the county board. Is there a motion? By Vice Chair Lehman, second by Member Bell. All those in favor of the consent agenda, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? And that does pass. Moving on to 4A with Mike Steffa, Director of Parks and Recreation. He has no items for action, but would you like to present any items from your monthly report?
Certainly. Good afternoon. We are currently working on getting some additional electric sites in the back part of the campground. I'm still waiting for some quotes to come in, as well as some security cameras, one at the main entrance to the park and one at the main boat launch. I've had one quote come in, waiting for two more. As soon as we can get all those quotes taken care of, we'll get moving on those. I'd like to cinch those projects up before it gets too cold. Also, we're going to be finally working on let me find here. I'm sorry. The sewage treatment plant. We're going to do a final walkthrough on Monday, September 22nd, but really the only thing that needs to be done yet is the seating down there, and it looks really good. I'm really pleased with it. And Tony will be included on that final walkthrough. So, so other than that, going to be working on the OSLAD grant for doing some pretty neat things out at the new Animal Services building. So I'm looking forward to doing that. Other than that, really nothing else. Our staffing levels are pretty much at a minimal this time of the year, but we get by. We always do. So I would be more than happy to answer any questions if anybody has any.
Thank you very much. I know personally I'm really excited about that grant for the Animal Services building. Really excited that the trail is going to be ADA accessible with an accessible picnic table, with a canopy shade structure, the pollinator gardens. It sounds like it's going to be really beautiful out there. So I'm really excited to see that, as well as the Parks Department teaming up with the U of I Master Naturalists at Kamlara and the Grand Prairie Bird Alliance out at West Park. Saturday, October 4th. That sounds really interesting. I know I was able to visit West Park 2 years ago, I think, on a property committee tour, and that was a really great experience. So if it's, really out there in a rural part of the county, but it's a beautiful little oasis to go spend some time in nature. So I would definitely recommend people visit. Does anyone else have any questions or comments for Mr. Steffa? All right, thank you so much. We will move on to 4B with Mr. Joseph Gaither, Director of Facilities Management. 4B 1A is request approval of proposal from Wilcox Electric for LED fixture replacement project at 200 West Front Street. Can we get a motion to put that on the floor, please? By Member Tompkins, seconded by Vice Chair Lehman. Mr. Gaither, over to you, please.
Thank you very much. I am going to turn this over to Scott Fogler. He has done lots and lots and lots of legwork on this process. So this is a great one, and I'm going to turn it over to Scott.
Thank you, Joe. This is our long-awaited the start of our LED project. We plan on many more buildings, but this covers 200 West Front Street building, and actually the jail booking, it was seen as a priority by jail administration to get these lights so they can dim down. The booking cells are on 24/7 full light, so obviously it causes a little disruption to sleep. So we're going to lump that in with this project. After incentives, we're looking at the $334,929. And this is expected to pay for itself in 30 months, with the utility payments being greatly diminished. This will have a BAS system, a building automation system, so that we can zone out parts of the building and we can make adjustments on lighting, on color of lighting, and there's sensors on everything, so we don't have to count on people to shut lights on and off. It will be all programmed. Can be overridden for times that it's needed, but it'll be a very up-to-date system that's run from an app. So we're pretty excited about it. This will hopefully be the first of the rest of our buildings. Does anybody have any questions about this?
Any questions about the project? All right, seeing none, all those in favor of 4B1A, request approval of proposal from Wilcox Electric for LED fixture replacement project at 200 West Front Street, please say aye. Any opposed? All right, that does pass. Mr. Gaither, would you like to highlight your monthly report?
Thank you. We had the grand opening of the new Animal Services Building last Friday. I see some familiar faces. Thank you all for coming out. That's been a fun project. I know there's been a lot of hours put into it by most of you as well. So it was fun to see it come to fruition. So that's a big one. Let's see. The lighting upgrade is in full swing, so look forward to that coming to fruition as well. The Public Defender's Office, the final phase of that is almost finished up. Should be done within the next, I think this week, isn't it? End of this week, so. The center elevator passed inspection in this building. We sent the application off for the certificate on it today. And we're plugging along and getting our stuff ready for fall. As we're moving into fall, we're doing all of our preventative maintenance on all of our equipment. So that's the past month in a nutshell. Any questions?
Thank you. Any questions for Mr. Gaither? All right. Seeing none, thank you very much. Very exciting to see all these projects coming along and some of them nearing completion. We will move on to 4C, Cassie Taylor, our county administrator. We have one item for action, 4C1A, request approval of a tenant's release of lease. May I have a motion to put that on the floor, please? Motion by Member Duffy. Can I get a second? By Member Tompkins. Thank you. Administrator Taylor.
Thank you. So this request came to us through the Illinois Department of Transportation Office of Program Development. They are desiring to put in some ADA upgrades on a corner of land that is owned by the McLean County Public Building Commission, and they are requesting us to release our interest in that property so that they can do that work. They worked closely with Mr. Rude for the development of this document. So if there's any other questions that are technical in nature, I'd be happy to turn it over to Mr. Rude.
Questions for Administrator Taylor?
On this release of property, does that mean that we interested in it?
Yes, well, we don't own the property. The building commission does. We're leasing it from them. It is, if you know, behind the jail, there's that street, Olive Street. It's the corner. There's a crosswalk there. They want to put down those pads with the bumps on them for, you know, say if you're a blind person using a cane, it's easier to see that there's a intersection there. So it's a 48 square feet area that we're currently leasing. So through this, we would be giving up our lease to that 48 square feet so that the state could come and do the work that they want to do.
All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? All right, and that does pass. Administrator Taylor, any other items for information?
So I do have one item to present for information, and that is that our next meeting, October 7th, will be a busy meeting. That is the time for this committee to ask questions of their oversight offices on the budget And so I'll be presenting the budget next week at the county board meeting to lay on the table. And then October will be the presentations of each of the departments, defending their budget, explaining their budget, and for you to ask questions. So those meetings typically go a little bit longer, and I just remind you all of that in advance.
Thank you very much. Does anyone have any questions for Administrator Taylor? All right. Seeing none, our next meeting is October 7th at 5 p.m. and we are adjourned. Thank you.